So when I built the shop, at first I thought I really want to take my time and plan out exactly how I want to finish it. And then I thought, well, no, you kind of need to move into it and try it out for a while. So I basically moved in, built a simple miter table bench that goes the length of the 18-foot side, and started hanging some of my tools and the stuff I just like in the shop to use, and that's great. So I'm going to start out with doing this wall right here. Let's get started. Okay, now I know it seems really kind of crazy to actually set up your shop knowing you're going to take it all back apart, but I really wanted to get an idea of how I wanted this shop arranged, and this was the best way I could see to do it. And I don't mind putting everything down and putting it back up again so I can get the best shop I can have. One of the things you want to keep in mind too is before you do insulating or wall panels, you're going to want to make sure all your electrical is set up. I ran Romex lines for all my electrical, and here I'm even putting in an extra line in case I want it later. I picked up a 50-foot roll of 12 gauge 2-wire Romex to run inside this. Man, this stuff has turned into solid gold. This is a 50-foot roll, and it basically cost me $1 a foot. This is like solid gold going through your walls. So I have my electrical basically stoked out. So now I'm ready to put in some insulation. I'm going to start laying some of this out. Number one, I'm going to wear some latex gloves just so I don't get this all over my hands. Then start by tucking this part in. Now I'm using R13 rolled insulation. Now this insulation is made for 2x4 walls that are framed out at basically 16-inch centers. So the width is just perfect for going between those. Now I screwed up on a couple of those studs when I was framing it and had to do a little trimming, but for the most part, this works really, really well for me. I picked up my materials at Lowe's, like the insulation and the panels I'll be using, so I will put a link to all of this in the description below if you're interested in any of it. And if you're wondering, I just used a simple hand stapler with 1/2-inch staples to staple the insulation into place. You're going to want to make sure you wear a face mask, some goggles, and I'm going to wear my latex gloves. Before I start putting the paneling on, and I'm going to have to figure out where my electrical's coming out, but I also want to make a note of where these Romex is running so that I don't staple into these. But also I'm going to go up here and mark off where each of the studs are so I can easily find them when I'm putting this up. I'm also going to need to measure out and mark off on my panels where all the electrical outlet boxes are and cut them out with a jigsaw. putting up the panels, I'm using 1/4 inch wide by 1 inch crown staples. They held great. And yes, this would have been so much easier if I hadn't built the miter table and didn't have to try to work around it. But hey, who am I to do things the easy way? Well, I got the wall insulated and that extra line run, and then the panels up. And I gotta be honest with you, I'm really happy with how these panels look. I think I am gonna continue this into the rest of the shop. This is looking pretty good. Now I also picked up 2 sheets of a brick panel, and I actually got these for $15 a sheet because they had some slight damage in the corners, and these are going to be perfect for an idea I have that is going to be a totally another video, so stay tuned for that. Now I'm going to be adding corner molding and top and bottom trim later on as well. So in my old shop in the garage, I had some cabinets and an 8-foot piece of countertop in there, and I'm going to repurpose those, paint them, and put them into the new shop. I did start out by building a workbench all the way across, and actually it's more of a miter saw station with the lowered section here, so the miter saw sits in it and actually gives me 8 feet on each side of this, so I can bring in a large board and, you know, and still get a cut on it, which will be great. Now I'm going to come down 4 feet from the top down to the lights with the wood. Then I'm going to come down the rest of the way with pegboard. And the reason I'm going to do that is it still gives me some room to hang my tools on, and I know it's not a French cleat, and I may eventually put French cleats on this, but it gives me something to start with immediately. Now because of that, I'm going to want to make sure I have stringer in between each of those 2x4s that I can, one, screw the pegboard into, and also the panels that come down as well. But luckily I have a ton of 2x6 material left over from all the rafters and the beams when I built this. So I'm going to actually use these in between the studs to get started. So the first thing I'm going to need to do is snap a line at 4 foot all the way across this. Okay, so we're going to start out. I'm going to come up here, I'm going to come down here and mark 4 foot, and then I'm going to go over here and do the same. Actually, I'm going to put one over here too as well. Okay, now I'm going to get Dylan to help me and we'll snap a line across this. What I want you to do, you take this end of it and start pulling it out that way.
Okay. And you want it over by the mark that you made?
Yep. You're going to want to go actually a little bit past that.
Okay.
Now I'm going to pull this pretty tight.
All right.
Okay, you ready?
And you want it past the line, you said?
Yeah, past the line. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a little soft, but we can see it. That'll work.
All right.
Thank you, son.
You're welcome, Dad.
Now on the stringers that I put up, I'm going to come up about 1 inch off the bottom of those, put a couple of roofing tacks, and that's going to help hold my paneling up while I tack it in. I'm only going to allow about 1 inch to hang down because I really don't want that stringer to interfere with any of the pegboard that I'll be installing. So now I want to reuse this pegboard that I have up here, so I guess that means I got to take all this stuff off of there.
Home to the mountain.
Now I'm going to rip this piece of pegboard down into 16-inch strips. I want to make sure though that my measurements stay even so that those pegboard holes line up. All right, so now it's been a few weeks since I insulated, I put up the wall paneling, I've hung some cabinets and made some racks to hang things like hand saws and other tools on. I've got my clamps. I'm setting this thing up to where I'm really pretty happy with how this is working out. And I think it's gonna be a good little shop for me. So trust me, I've still got a lot of work to do. There's still a lot of ideas in my head, like I'm thinking about steampunking out these doors right here. And another thing that I'm really excited about, I just finished painting the brick with my logo on it and then distressing this out to look like almost a vintage antique sign. And I'm gonna do a full video on this as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comment section down below. And in the meantime, well, I'll see you soon.